Hey guys, it's JC again. Before I start, I just want to encourage you all to go like my page. It's called Bigger Than Music Group, and it's basically me and my guy Jeremy. He goes by the stage name Optimist, and we're actually doing like some Christian rap and cool stuff like that. So if you could go over and like that page, that would be fantastic. Because we're really ministering to people for God through that outlet, and it's really cool. But today's video is about the love of God. And so the love of God is probably the most misunderstood thing that can be talked about because we can't clearly comprehend it. And so a lot of times we go searching for the love of God in other places, and young men, young women, old men, old women, we go searching for it in money. We go searching for that belonging, that peace of God. We go searching for it in maybe sex, in many different facets, maybe even in work, maybe overworking yourself. But God creates us all with a hole. Well, we're not really made with a hole. We just have a hole because we're no longer aligned with God because we're full of sin. And so we're all made to be loved by God and to love God. And so basically, when you're not saved, you're always searching for something. You always feel like you're searching. You might look for it in other religions or whatnot. But there's a piece of your heart that only God the Father can fulfill, and that's why you see people searching and never satisfied, because they haven't quenched their thirst at the one living water, the living water being Jesus Christ. And so basically, to talk about guys and girls, okay, this is what really irritates me, guys. Okay. So we say we're Christians, but we're looking for love in all the wrong places. And so let me just be honest with you guys. I'm like a romantic guy. I used to read all those little like romance novels and stuff. I have all these plans of having a huge wedding when I'm older, having the right, finding the right woman, having a couple kids, you know. I'm like a hopeless romantic. I'm always thinking of a romantic idea. I don't know why. I kind of actually like chick flicks. Don't tell anybody. But basically, it just pains me to see young men and young women looking for God's love in each other, and primarily through sexual appeasement. I see young men and young women just letting their tongues hang out on their profile pictures or on their pictures on social media, advocating that they lick the opposite sex crotches. And so I just think that's really something disgusting, something that our society is advertising, that we as followers of Christ really don't need to be following. And so I believe that we often look for the love of God in wrong places. But the love of God itself, that's where it starts to get complicated, because the Bible says that no man can clearly comprehend the love of the Father. And so, I mean, I always get overwhelmed when I talk about the love of God, because it's just so amazing. We have God the Father, Holy of Holies, God of all creation, and we have us, we have mankind, we have the cockroaches to God. We're compared to God's righteousness, we're like a dirty rag. Our righteousness to God is like a dirty rag. We're just down here in the filth. We're so low to Him. His children have just gone so low. They're just trapped in sin. The one thing that God hates, we're intertwined in it. And it pains Him. And it pained Him for thousands of years. But He promised us a way out. And the love of God is just so amazing, because God Himself came down in this sinful earthly flesh, this cockroach shell. He lived amongst the filth, amongst the sinners for 33 years. 33 years. He saw the good in us. He saw the bad in us. And the very people that put him on the cross, he was dying on the cross to save them. While they forced the nails into his hands, while they forced the nails into his feet, while they pushed a crown of thorns onto his skull, while they whipped him, while they beat him, while they spat on him, they bruised him, and he deserved none of it. And he could have ended it at any time. But through all of that, through all the hate that we hurled at him, he said, I still love them. I still love them. Because I love them more than they can ever know. He said, even though they hate me right now, and most of them will not be saved, the few that will be saved, it's worth it. And so while he hung up there on that cross, and the people that hated him,
Who said you could come in here?
that's my sister Maya, guys.
I've got no shirt on.
Okay. Well, I'm wrapping up this video anyway. You came into an emotional part of the video.
Oh my God.
But everybody say hi to my sister Maya. Maya, say hi. We're talking about the love of God. Do you have anything you want to add?
No.
Okay, call that a mood killer. But basically, the love of God is so powerful, and we need to come to learn it for ourselves. So.